What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Duke back here from Sportsgamerz.com, and in today's Madden 23 tip video, I'm going to show you guys a super effective glitchy run play that you can use to absolutely kill man-to-man, cover zero blitzes, and just blitzes in general, right? Most people right now on defense are still running these cover zero blitzes, whether we're talking about the spinner, Overstorm Brave, 4-3 even, the loop, whatever. Dime. I mean, there's a lot of them out there, and these blitzes are really annoying. So if you would like a super simple way to kill them, you're gonna love this video. So running the ball can be actually really hard against a lot of these defenses. Dollar, nickel over, 3-3, the 4-3 even, but most of them actually have really good run defense. So if you're trying to come out here and run the ball a lot of times, it's just not gonna work, just to be quite honest with you. Now, one of my favorite ways to kill these defenses is by using the jet touch pass. Guys, these jet touch passes fry these man-to-man blitzes, or just blitzes in general, but especially man-to-man blitzes. And I'm in the spread playbook in this video because the spread playbook actually has a ton of them. Just a couple examples: the gun normal Y off has one in the spread playbook, as well as the gun ace off set. It has a jet touch pass, and even you can get to the spread formations here. They just have a lot of shotgun formations, so just give me a second. I believe it's this one. Yeah, the spread flex. So what I would recommend doing is, obviously whichever formation you're going to use, and I'll show a few different examples, put your fastest receiver as the guy who's going to take the jet pass. So where are we at? So in this situation, it's going to be the slot receiver. Using the Panthers, we're going to put DJ Moore in the slot. All right, so I'm going to show these, and I'm going to show a few different examples of the jet touch pass from different formations, and I'm going to show it against a different amount of defenses. So like a couple different blitzes that you see commonly, we're going to show you guys how this would work. So moving the ball back, just a reminder, I do a lot of Madden 23 content on my channel, free tips, gameplays, and news. If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. Guys, if we could get 300 likes on this video, I'll post a full scheme that you guys can use out of the spread playbook around these jet touch passes. So this is pretty much, the nickel Overstorm Brave might be the most common defense in the game right now you see online. I would say it's overtaking the loop as we've gone on into the year. And all you got to do, hike the ball. So what's going to happen, your receiver's going to go in motion, and you're going to get around the perimeter just like this. And as you guys see, we're kind of off to the races. Now, we're going to take a look at the replay, but first I want to show you guys something that's actually very important. So you guys can see, if you look at the play art, you're going to notice that on this one, you have the outside, and this is why I like this one a lot. You have the outside right receiver, which is the side we're running the jet touch pass to. Look at his, the play art, and look at his icon, right? So he's a circle. You guys can see he has that, vertical line in front of him, the gray vertical line in front of him. That's gonna mean he's gonna run downfield, and he's gonna actually run the DB off. For my free YouTube content, I highly recommend checking out Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium content for Madden 23. I have offensive and defensive eBooks, schemes, plus I do 4 to 6 premium tips every week in the Madden Vault to keep you guys ahead of the game. Our best offer yet is the Sportsgamerz Madden VIP membership. This is the best Madden membership anywhere on the net, the best content at the best price. You get access to the entire site for only $24.99. This means all of our eBooks, all of our Madden Vault tips, plus you even get access to our meta reports and our exclusive VIP members only community. I also do one-on-one coaching as well for you guys that are interested in that. See you at sportsgamerz.com. If you're serious about winning more games, I will post a link in the description as well as in the comments. The play, look. In man coverage, the DB is going to get run off because our receiver is running downfield, right? He's not actually just immediately blocking, he's running downfield. That makes the DB turn and run with him. And that's why we're able to get around this corner so easily. So the DB doesn't even realize this is a run play. He's running as if the receiver is running a route. So by the time he realizes that it's too late, we're able to easily block him. We're off to the races for a touchdown. Look, we're around the corner. touchdown. Now, another thing about these blitzes, guys, is a lot of times people are going to be hovering, if they're user, kind of like over the middle of the field, the center, and, you got a lot of defenses that are kind of like pinched, compressed together. You got a lot of people sending linebackers up the middle, DBs off the edge. I mean, when you're blitzing these defenders, they kind of take themselves out of the play. So it's just simple. Look at this. We're going to do it again because I want you guys to see it's very, very consistent. Again, super important. Now, I've mentioned this before, but, if you want to make these types of plays really effective that have the receivers on run plays actually running downfield as if they're on a route, check off that run-off elite ability. It will make your receivers run the DBs off even further. It's actually super glitchy. It's definitely a little under-the-radar ability that you can utilize with these types of run schemes. Take a look again. See how he runs that DB off? Now that time the safety was actually able to make a play. Still though, we got solid yardage. You're not always going to get a touchdown. But, you will have the potential to get one. And even if you don't, you're definitely going to get solid yardage pretty much every time. You guys can see here, again, we're pretty much one-on-one with the user. He's able to make the tackle, but still, we get a nice little chunk of yardage. We're going to take that every time. Guys, so now I want to actually show you the difference between running the spread one versus the one I just ran, which was kind of like the doubles. So with the spread one, again, notice, you only have your tight end really running the DB off, right? So it's not going to be, in my opinion, quite as good because you have that outside receiver over there who's just blocking right away, which, I mean, it's not going to be terrible, don't get me wrong, but as you guys can see, he, because he's just kind of blocking right away, we don't run that DB off, so he's actually able to come in there and have a one-on-one opportunity to make a tackle. Now, he's not always going to be able to make the tackle. Like a fair amount of time, he will get blocked by the running back or the receiver, just like there. So you can still get around the corner. But as you guys can see, that actually does make a huge difference. So when you're, looking at these jet touch pass plays, ideally you do want to choose one where you see that the receiver is actually running off the DB on the outside, because if he's not, he's just kind of like going to block, or like on this one, you guys can see like, his diagram or his play art, he's just basically at the line of scrimmage blocking, whereas the tight end actually is running the safety off. It makes a big difference. Like if we go back to the doubles when I was running, again, you're going to see a huge difference, and that's why it's way more effective. So we're going to look at this one more time. Jet, touch pass, the gun, normal, Y off. It's like a doubles formation, really. Again, I want you guys to notice the difference here. So once again, simply put your fast receiver in the slot, and look at how he runs that DB off to the point where I'm able to get around the corner and score a touchdown. Super, super effective. Now, this, like I said, this is a good play against really any blitzing defense, especially if it's a man-based one. It's also very effective against, say, like the looping defense. Any of these man blitzes that are still the meta right now, you're going to find a lot of success with. So let's take a look at the loop. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this jet sweep, jet touch pass against the loop, right? The loop's still a very common defense people run. And you're going to notice that it's actually very effective against the loop. You're still going to see that you're able to get around that corner and get a big gain. I almost broke it for a touchdown, had the last defender there to make the play. So anytime you see a man blitz, it's definitely a great time to call these plays. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering, well, what about against zone blitzes, whatever. So if someone's playing straight zone coverage, like say just like a cover or two, or just, something to where they're not blitzing, I mean, it's probably not going to be the best play call. Like here, I'm just going to play cover two, not blitz anybody. You're not going to have as much success. You can still get around the corner and get good yards, but you're not going to have these huge runs that are going to result in touchdowns. So, I mean, this is not like a bad call against zone. It's just you're not going to have like as big as plays, right? You're not going to just come out here, just run around the corner and have like touchdowns or 10, 20, 30, 40-yard runs every single time. I mean, but still, you're noticing that I am able to pick up, like I've picked up about 10-ish yards a pop so far. But again, you guys can see the difference against the man coverage. You're pretty much one-on-one with the ability to, if you get around that guy, it could be a touchdown. You don't really get that from zone. Now, I will say, though, if they are blitzing you from zone, that's a little bit different. Like, if they're going to come out here and, run, like, some sort of zone blitz to where you're going to be able to find a little bit more room to work with, that'd be way different. So like something like this, it's just a zone blitz from nickel normal, or nickel over, I should say. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to blitz you from zone, it's still going to be really, really good. But if they're just dropping back in coverage, it's not going to be as effective. You see here, again, this is a zone blitz, and I was able to get around the edge for a touchdown. So honestly, guys, if someone's blitzing you, it's going to be a really good play. If someone's just dropping back in coverage, you will still gain yards, but it's just not going to be as unstoppable. Now, I do prefer running this against man blitzes just because against man, the defenders will, not react as fast to this play to anticipate it as, an actual run they need to defend compared to zone. Again, you guys can see here, remember, I have that receiver is supposed to run the DB off, but against zone, he's just, you see how the receiver, he's trying to run him off, but the DB's just straight watching the play. His eyes are in the backfield, so, he sees what's going on here. He knows this is actually a run play, so he needs to react to it. And he does get blocked here actually pretty well, but because he reacted to it, he at least has a chance to make a play. Now, again, because this is a zone blitz, these defenders basically that are blitzing took themselves out of the play, so that's why it's still good. Because now, again, we are one-on-one with the safety, and all I have to do is just slow down for the running back to block, and I'm going to get a touchdown. That's exactly what I did here. We're off to the races. So if you want a very easy way to defeat cover zero blitzes, man-to-man defense, and honestly any sort of blitz in Madden 23, look no further than the jet touch pass. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Till next time, it's Duke, and I'm out.